Welcome back, everyone, to the Outer Worlds, where we are going to do our best to get Monarch all wrapped up. So last time we hit Byzantium, but a gunship crashed, so we're going to do the Canids Cradle quest. We'll start by talking to Sandar.
If the iconoclasts reach that ship first, there won't be any chance for a peaceful monarch.
I don't suppose you've found the targeting module yet? I've sent patrols, but they're running into trouble with the iconoclasts.
They're
Truce?
all mad. And what's more, they left us. I don't see any way for us to work together. Not this again.
Remember what we practiced, sir?
Yes. The words in those reviews were very hurtful, but they do not define me. I am a mantipillar, and my will is my cocoon. I can emerge and become whatever I wish. I hadn't thought of it that way. Perhaps you have a point. Supposing you're right, who exactly would you have me work with? The iconoclasts are not the most compromising sorts. How do these things ever start? Once upon a time, Graham and I saw the same problems with MSI. A rigid corporate structure with no regard for its people. But, where I wanted to reform MSI, he only wanted to take it apart. As if starving in the wilderness is somehow better than starving under corporate mismanagement. He won't hear reason now, and I wouldn't trust him again.
Okay, so what about
That's
Zora?
an interesting suggestion. I confess I don't know much about her except that she worked for Rizzo.
There ain't a body on this planet that can keep a group patched up like she has. I don't know how she does it.
I'd be willing to consider it, but I need to see her review first. One can't be haphazard about these things. Besides, if you think her skills will complement mine, then we should see what those skills are.
Alright, I apparently already got it.
Very well. I can't promise anything, but let's see what we have here. Well, it seems like she's actually very qualified.
If it weren't for her, I'd wager the iconoclast would have died off a while ago.
I wasn't expecting to say this, but if you can put her in charge and convince her to agree to a meeting, I'd be willing to discuss terms.
I can do that. I think. That's where the gunship is. Yeah, I've elected for a bit of a change. Rather than Ellie and Pavati, we've got Nyoka and Sam. We haven't used Sam a lot. So it should be interesting. The one problem, and I know I say this every episode I have with this game, is the loading screens are so excessive. I bet Graham doesn't take this line down, does he? This entire truce malarkey. He's too busy with his printing press.
Navigating to...
I ought to mention, the iconoclasts are loyal folk. Treat them right, they'll do the same. Turn on them, they'll open fire without a second thought.
Sam, making blood-stained clean again.
Where did he say that from? Where is he? Just vanished. The Phantom Sam.
Go take a walk, Captain. I'll find you once my head's on straight. Go take a walk, Captain. I'll find you once my head's on straight.
The gunship. Have you secured its targeting module? When I founded the Iconoclasts, I did so amidst the ghosts of this planet's past. Since then, many have asked me, why here? Were you involved in the massacre? Was that some gruesome plot to clear a path for my dreams? My response to you is the same as to all others. The death of MSI was an incidental tragedy. I'd have walked this path with or without it. I did no such thing. Their deaths came in the night while I slept in Stellar Bay. And regardless, we're discussing a past long since left behind. Those ghosts still haunt me. But they needn't curse my people. When the entire colony has embraced our truth, perhaps then the perpetrator will come into the light. Until then... If I were the type of man to make that decision, and I assure you I am not, I'd have to be so obsessed with dismantling their regime that I'd turn to desperate measures. I have since learned that their mistakes will end them in time, and that we will persevere where they do not. But back then, suffocating under that oppressive culture, I can understand a lesser man than myself making a terrible, ghastly mistake. Would you prefer I spend my days wallowing in misery and desperately seeking forgiveness for sins long past? I have people to lead, a home to keep. Here, without the shackles of the Halcyon Board, we are free to grow as the universe intended. Had we fled with MSI, our spirits would have withered. You've seen that withering yourself. The colony is dying. The massacre of Amber Heights, unfortunate as it was, presented the slim possibility of saving the souls of Terra 2. Here we are, poised to do just that. If that's the case, they are free to say so, and I will take their opinions into consideration after we've accomplished our goals. For now, our sights must remain on spread. The gunship.
The guy has literally no remorse. Come on, Zora, step up.
Go take a walk, Captain. I'll find you once my head's on straight.
Okay, I guess we have to get the nodule first. So where's my nearest fast travel point? Terra 1 production. Publications. Fine, I'll get you a nodule. You might have noticed I've got a new gun. I'm trying out a longer range gun. I don't know if I've got the set up for it, but it'll be interesting because I don't have like a snipery type gun, but the damage is really low. Like it's like barely pushing 200 when some of my other stuff is like 900. But we'll see. This is a good chance to see, actually. They are just fully scrapping, aren't they? MSI got the floor wiped with them. Literally, they just got stomped.
Move along.
I don't listen to you.
Don't have time for this.
They got absolutely fucking murdered. be something I can test this gun on. Hopefully it isn't a wasted investment. Balls. Alright, that was quite sweet.
Down they go.
One to take out the trash.
Do these tossball cards actually do anything?
Preparing to neutralize. Sanitize.
Identify. The dropped object is an organic in rest mode.
Fight dirty. Clean up the competition. You make it dirty, Sam. Zit up.
Alright, per hit it is pretty good, but... Alright, that's some pretty sweet fucking shit that I just picked up. Might need to restock an Adrenos quite heavily soon. Nearly at the gunship though. Canid.
Here we go.
That just bounced off him.
That will. Well stayed.
Oh, that was a sizable bit of ammo, wasn't it? Look at all this heavy ammo. I'll take it. I will take all this ammo. So we got a pretty sizable bit of ammo there. So I'm really happy with that. I was starting to worry about my heavy ammo. I do burn through it so quickly. Good work, soldiers. So this is the gunship.
You go on ahead, Captain. I'm not keen on ships, even when they're in the best of shape.
Readying for
Assault rifle,
standby mode
I'll
upon
pick that up.
command affirmation.
So it might be time to upgrade mine. I need to assess my options somewhat.
Hello, my name's Jen. I'm the chief engineer on this gunship, and I'd like to let the record show that our captain is a total fucking hullhead. I told him again and again that without fixing our regulators, spinning up the engines are going to blow through our coils and we'll go flying off in a completely random direction. Well, here we are. Thinking we'll hit soil in about 30 seconds. This is your chief engineer signing off for what is probably the last time. It's a shame you can't see this middle finger I'm holding up, because I'm doing it as hard as I can.
Whoa, these are some trippy dimensions. Beautiful. We got what we came for. So let's pop a save and then see if Zora's ready to speak. If not, we'll have to give it to Sanjar. That Mega Mantiqueen took some fucking beating down. So the sniper rifle is good as long as I'm hitting the sneak attacks for more damage. I've replaced the heavy machine gun just for the moment, just because the damage output is a bit low. And I've got a few other machine guns that I'm going to look at upgrading instead. But we'll see. We will see. Right, can I speak to Zora now?
Level analysis. Utter and total chaos.
The folks in Amber Heights always manage to find a bottle or two of the good stuff. Keen scavengers at that.
Entering quiet mode.
There we go, Zora.
Captain, we should chat. Graham's got the right idea, but he isn't the right guy to execute it. I don't even think he's motivated by philosophism anymore. I think he's just guilt-ridden. I can't believe I'm even saying this, but I keep going over and over it in my head, and the only way I see the Iconoclast surviving is we depose him. Okay. Deep breaths. This is what's best, Zora. Time to save Monarch.
Captain, you must be back with the access codes to our new ship.
Graham, we need to talk.
We have work to do. This isn't the time for one of our spats. What? Zora?
You're running the Iconoclast into the ground, and I don't believe it'll get better after we take Stellar Bay. The troops take orders from me already, and you've brought me as far as you can down the Eternal Path. It's time to step down.
The troops. Listen to you. This isn't an army. They aren't soldiers. They're believers. Followers. They pick up a gun because you tell them to, not because they want to. And you, Captain, after all you've done for me, for us, you throw behind this mutinous blasphemer? How can you say that, after all I've done for the Iconoclasts? They wouldn't be here without me. I built this movement from the ground up. I've brought freedom to Monarch, and all these years later, we're still free.
I joined because I believed that you were in it for the Iconoclasts. That you wanted nothing more than to bring freedom to Halcyon. That you were selfless. But I know the truth now, Graham. I know what happened in Amber Heights. You didn't start this movement because you wanted to save us. You wanted to save yourself.
No. I escaped the corruption of the endless cycle of corporate greed. Yes, I ran from that. But now I'm ready to face it once more. I've spent years atoning for my sins. I've studied, meditated, taught. I built the Iconoclast so that any man could cast away his past for a fresh start.
That's your answer, Graham? You needed a fresh start? After all those innocent lives? I'm sorry. I believed in you once. I did. But it's over. Stand down.
I won't. What happened back then was a mistake, and the colony has moved on. This is my movement. These are my people. If you want to lead them, you'll have to kill me.
Please. Don't make me do this, Graham.
If this is where my path ends, I accept it. But as long as I draw breath, I will not abandon them.
So be it.
Here they come.
Cock shot. My, you're just a squirt of shit on the ground now, aren't you, Graham? He's a bit too far gone, really, wasn't he? I wonder if it might be best to sell some of these energy cells, seeing as I don't really use them at the moment. I could use the bits. What's up, Zara?
Well, Captain, here we are. Killed a lot of people in the name of the Iconoclasts, and it never feels right. But this time, you got the... Void held me. I'll never remember what that thing is called. I've thought about it, but I think we're too far gone. Pulling Carlotta's support was crossing a line. You know, Captain, I never thought about that. Maybe he could be taught the eternal truth. Spread the message from within the corporations. All right. If he's willing to talk, I'll give him a chance. Well then. I've got to prepare a few just-in-case measures. But when you're ready, let's meet at the old OSI church outside Stellar Bay.
Oh, I'm ready. I was born ready. We're gonna run there.
Can you do anything except clean?
Okay, it's a bit further away than I gambled on, but it's no biggie. Gives me a bit more time to test this gun potentially as well. Always looking for more options. Shit, I didn't mean to... yeah. I mean, they don't sell for a lot, do they, really? Unthought. I was kind of hoping that it'd be 1 for 1. But it looks about like 1 for 4, maybe. Oh, well. It's not like I'm that short of money. It'd have just been nice. Having a gun with this sort of range is interesting. Switch to something a bit closer range now we're within here.
Watch yourself up there.
Hey,
Get this, you're already working together.
Hey, thanks for coming.
I wish I'd had more time to prepare a proper analysis on the costs and benefits of your proposed union, but I suppose we'll have to improvise.
Gotta admit, I really thought I was walking into a trap here. I'm ready.
If it were, I wouldn't be standing here all vulnerable like.
Sanjar, Stellar Bay's got food and walls. And my people need both. If you'll have us, we're willing to share the space.
Do you have any idea what that would cost? Why, drawing up the budget alone is going to take weeks.
Though I admit I'd rather not. We've shed enough blood as it is.
Is the only choice here between fighting and starving? We've got to be practical. So forceful. You know I love your little displays. Perhaps I'm being hasty. After all, I'm rather good with numbers. I'm certain we can find a way to make this work.
Well, I'll be damned. If you two can work together, maybe there's some hope for this place after all.
Thank the Eternal. As poetic as murdering him in his sleep would have been, I'm glad we don't have to.
I'm confused. The look on your face does not match the words you just said.
Come on, you can't be this obtuse. Tell me Graham wasn't working alone. He couldn't have.
This feels like one of those times when everyone at headquarters but me is laughing at something, but you two aren't laughing.
Amber Heights, you haulhead. 10 years ago, Graham had all those people killed.
What? That's not possible. Even for him, that's going too far. But that means I had no idea, I swear. Look, we were both fed up with corporate leadership, but I never guessed he'd do something like that.
I buy it. Sanjar ain't capable of hurting a sprat, even from a distance.
You can't take bureaucrats at their word. You back someone into a corner like this, and they'll say anything to get out of it. Okay.
Calm down, guys.
You're right. Sorry. It'll take me a while to get over losing Graham.
You know, I felt the same way years ago, when he first left. There was something magnetic about him that let you ignore the things you didn't want to see. But surely you know what that's like.
Yeah, I do. Okay, if you're willing to house and supply some of us, I'll have our more capable soldiers help out.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I'll need to sign a physical contact waiver first.
Thanks for coming out, Sanjar. Guess I'll see you at Stellar Bay.
Gotta be honest, Captain. Never thought I'd see the day. You've done a good thing for Monarch here.
I have, haven't I? Okay, and I didn't even have to give the gunship nodule. are we doing for time? Suppose we can do a little bit of this shit. It's a bit of a trek though. Oh, it's a reasonably straight route. If it wasn't, I'd have fast travelled. Let's go see Mr. Pickett. Just running past these jerk-offs. Not expending precious ammo at this point. If I see any human enemies though, I might take a pot shot. I want to see if a headshot from my sniper will kill them instantly. Back.
Like a raft among the rocks.
Alright, they're allied.
Watch it. His tools don't just stink. They'll take a toe off. Here they come!
This area has been sanitized.
Go on, Sam. So where was...
And ready to kill germs.
I've got belief in my companions to sort this out. Give the journal to Sebastian. So we've got to go back to Stella Bay. Oh, I'm so tired. Okay, so that's a new background.
planet's air purity sensors are indicating a lethal level of inebriation emanating from a nearby organic source.
Please, do you think this is bad? You ought to get your sensors recal. You ain't seen me drunk.
Litter collected. Reminder, please dispose of all empty bottles in the appropriate waste receptacle, as outlined by Ordinance P51 of the Board-Certified Sub-Board of Health.
I'll dispose of you in an appropriate waste receptacle if you don't stop nagging.
You look like a woman who's
Sebastian, you ever get your hands on those pheromone sacs? Manipillars ain't gonna hunt themselves, you know.
I must have hunted a dozen, but I couldn't find a single sack on any of them. Must be looking in the wrong place.
Manipillars ain't got pheromone sacs. I just told him that so he'd stop asking me for advice.
At least I'm getting a good haul of claws in the process. You're in good hands, traveling with Monarch's top merc. Still, if you want any rat glands or manticlaws, he'll probably be wanting it back. You see any sign of him? Funny place to leave a journal. But what about Mr. Pickett?
You're not all there, son, are you?
That's pretty sad. He sure seemed like he knew what he was doing.
Anyone fool enough to chase after a queen is pretty fucking far from the know what they're doing class of people.
So this journal is all he left behind? Seems like I ought to read it. Looks mighty long, though. I bet she'll like that. She's real enthusiastic about all sorts of monsters. In any case, I appreciate you tracking down Mr. Pickett for me. Here's some bits for your trouble. Like what?
You know, your stupidity is toxic to me.
I must thank you for your excellent recommendation regarding Zora. She's most capable. Anyway, what can I do for you? Quite well. As a matter of fact, Zora is proving most capable. You should see the way she pounds the table and gets straight to the point. It makes for some rather exhilarating meetings. I know I had my concerns initially, but your instincts were right. Zora and her compatriots have become valuable and productive members of our community. And since we're back in the board's good graces, we've got real growth prospects to look forward to. What can I do for you?
Move along.
Don't tell me to move along. Bitch.
Here to do business with Sanjar? Here to do business with Sanjar?
Thank you for your efforts on MSI's behalf. This company owes you a debt.
Nice, so it looks like we've tied things up on Monarch. So, we're going to head to Byzantium next episode and see what that brings us. So, thank you for watching. This is where we're going to leave the Outer Worlds today. Yeah. We're definitely going to push on onto Byzantium, but we're going to do a bit of FF14 next. So thank you for watching. We'll be back very soon. Have a good night.